Welcome dear children, welcome to another video session. In this video, we are going to do the summary of chapter 7, Animal Kingdom. You can see a wide variety of animals around you. They are found in different shapes and sizes. Even they vary in their eating habits and the habitat in which they live. In this chapter, we have discussed a few of the classification of animals and the diverse habitats in which they live. We have also seen about crawling animals and animals that can fly. So let us see the mind map of the chapter, children. Chapter 7, Animal Kingdom. First, we have discussed few of the classification of animals. They are wild animals, domestic animals, nocturnal animals and amphibians. So wild animals are the animals that you can see in their natural habitat. For example, forest or in water, sea or in oceans. Example, lions, gorillas, sharks or whales. Next is domestic animals. All of you are very familiar with the term domestic animals. Even you might have seen many. So what are domestic animals? They are animals which are tamed by human beings in order to work for them or to provide food for them. When we say food, it includes milk, meat, eggs or any other useful products like wool, leather, etc. Next, we have discussed about nocturnal animals. So what are nocturnal animals, children? They are animals which are very much active during night time. They can move, eat or hunt their prey during night time, and during daytime they will take rest. For example, owls, bats, etc. Their ability to see, hear or smell, it is highly developed. And last, we have seen about amphibians. Amphibians are the group of animals which can live on land as well as in water. For example, frogs, turtles, salamanders, etc. After that, we have discussed the diverse habitat in which these animals live. They range from forests to grasslands, deserts to snow-capped regions, or mountains to underground. We have seen different examples for animals living in each of these habitats. What about domestic animals? Domestic animals live in and around their man-made habitat. Next, we have seen about animals and their useful tails. Different animals use their tails for different purposes. For example, monkeys. We have seen the tail will help monkeys to hold on to things, or it will help them to swing from branches. What about a fish? The fish uses its tail to swim, or they balance their movement during swimming. And birds, the tails will help the birds to steer while flying or control their movement while flying. But animals like lizards, we have discussed it in the interactive session. They use their tail in order to escape from their predators. They can drop their tail, which can be grown again. Also, lizard's tail, it will help them to hold on to surfaces. And scorpion, it uses its tail to attack its prey. So we have seen how different animals uses their tail. Next, we have seen about crawling animals. They are the animals which cannot walk, but they will creep or crawl. Crawling animals can be generally classified into three: insects, worms and reptiles. So we'll see first insects. So we can see a variety of insects around us, in and around our houses. We can see ants, house flies, fruit fly, mosquitoes, and if you go out, you can see grasshoppers or a dragonfly. So we'll then discuss what are the different parts of an insect's body. An insect's body mainly consists of three parts: head, thorax and abdomen. Head is the topmost part of an insect body. Then comes the thorax. Thorax is a part of the insect's body where its legs or wings are found, and the lowermost part of insect body, it is called abdomen. Next, we have seen about different worms like millipedes, centipedes and earthworms. These worms, like millipedes or earthworms, they use their skin to breathe. Then we have seen different kinds of reptiles, lizards, crocodiles or snakes. It will come under the classification of reptiles. Next, we have seen the concept of social insects. These are the type of insects or the group of insects which will live in colonies. For example, ants, bees, etc. And in the last section of the chapter, we have seen about flying animals or birds. We know the birds around us, we can see they are found in different colors, the sound they make is different, or the shape of their beaks or claws, it is different. Even they have different eating habitats. Most of the birds, they feed on seeds, fruits, insects, etc. But birds like eagles, they feed on small birds or rats, whereas vultures and crows, they will feed on flesh of dead animals. We have seen the shape of their beak or claws are different. So it will help them to carry out different purposes like building their nest or feeding. So according to their feeding habits or building their nets, the shapes of the beaks of these birds are different. Next, we have seen the different eating habit of birds. There are fruit eating birds, nectar eating birds, seed eating birds. We have seen different examples of these different eating habits of birds. Next, we have seen the different types of feathers in birds. Based on their functions, feathers can be classified mainly into three. They are body feathers, flight feathers and down feathers. So what are body feathers? It is the most common type of feathers that can be found on a bird's body. It protects them. And flight feathers, it will help the bird to navigate or it will help them during flying. It is mainly found on the wings or on the tail region of a bird. And the last one is down feathers. Down feathers are commonly, they are very small, soft and fluffy. It will keep the bird very warm. Okay. So these are mainly the three types of feathers that are found on a bird's body. So children, that is the mind map all about. We have seen few of the classification of animals and their diverse habitats in which they live, and the animals, how the tails of animals are different, are useful for different animals. Next, we have seen about crawling animals, their types, parts of an insect body, the concept of social insects, and last section of the chapter we have seen about flying animals and birds. They vary in their shape of the beaks or claws and the different types of feathers found on the body of a bird. So thank you children. Hope this video helped you to get the summary of chapter 7, Animal Kingdom. Thank you for watching. We'll see you all during interactive sessions.